one of the big problems about it is that, like we show here on this figure, is that the bigger the GDP per capita is, the bigger the environmental impacts associated to it, right? And that's a pattern that can be seen if we plot every single country, or at least every single country that we have on our sample, with their GDP per capita and environmental footprints. It gives quite a almost linear graph. And the big problem is that right now we have 20% of the global population, that's like the developed countries, consuming most of the resources in the world and generating most of the pollution. Like over half of the CO2 emissions happen because of the consumption of 20% of the population. And we see that especially the rapid developing countries, like big countries like China, like India, Brazil, South Africa, they're growing very fast. And that, I mean, their GDP per capita is growing and their consumption level is also growing. And that means that the environmental impact associated to this huge part of the population, they're ascending to middle class and to upper middle class, is likely right now to follow our lifestyles, let's say, of like developed countries like Europeans and the US. And now we have to find a way of changing this, because we can't, it's not sustainable. It's possible while we're few people consuming at the level that we're consuming right now, but it wouldn't be possible when we have most of the world population going into like higher consumption levels.